Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Wake Up Call. I'm here with my main man Julian Skadden.
Hello.
And Julian and I are going to be presenting part 3 of the Present series. This is the moment. All right, and the moment that we're talking about, of course, is when you actually finally do turn those options over after all the great work you've done and ask the customer for their business. And I don't care how long I've been doing this or ride-alongs or anything else, man, this still gets my heart going a little bit. That moment in the call, it's still very exciting, you know, making a sale and having that customer want to do that work with you. It's just a great feeling.
Sure.
You know, and sort of reminiscent of the old days, right? Like, this brings me back to, you know, grade school when you first approached a girl to ask her out.
Oh.
And of course, you know, you were folding up that little note and just
nerves.
sliding it over to her.
Oh boy.
You know, the little "will you go out with me?"
Oh, this
right?
one.
Check one box.
Check a box.
I mean, that's all. And of course, I always had to throw the maybe in there just so I could have a soft landing, just to give them a little something just in case.
Oh no.
Right? Yes, no, and maybe. But in actuality, and this is how it goes, right? Out there in the world, we often deal a lot in yes and maybes. Because most of our customers deal with the maybe for the exact same reason. It's to give us a soft landing.
Very true.
So what Julian and I are going to do here today is we discuss this a little. Julian brought this to my attention. You know, and in fact, yes, no, and maybe, they all deserve a patient and a thoughtful follow through.
To Keith's point, you've worked so hard at this point, you've established a great relationship, and now you're placing yourself out there, and we tell you to zip it, so you can't even defend yourself, and you're just waiting. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times you will get back a response, and then you're ready to take off one direction or another. Either you want to run to that equipment and make the repair, or you want to run out the door licking your wounds. So a lot of times, speaking with a technician the other day, the analogy that was used is, you know, yes, let's do the work. And he said, yeah, I want to run off and do the work. But I said, you know, it's the same as you're at, you know, having dinner with your girlfriend, and she says, you know, I think maybe I want to go home with you tonight. And you turn and go, check, please. All right. She's expressing her intent, so just take an extra moment, order dessert, chill out, and get to know it. So
really good. All right, so we'll go ahead and skill practice the ask for the business here, and we'll start with the yes, and just get the real clear language here, and you just want to watch the language that I'll use as we follow through with this, to make sure that Julian is a confident buyer in the yes. So, so Julian, I'll go ahead and hand the rest of these options over, give you some time to read through them. Just let me know which one you want me to get started on today.
Okay. You know, as we discussed these, I was really interested, and it looks like you captured it here in this option 3 that you're telling me about.
Yeah.
So let's do that one.
Option 3 is a great option. What is it you like most about that?
Oh, well, it's got that fan, and it's everything I need, but it has the extra piece that I like, and it's affordable for me. So
perfect.
Love that.
All right, you got it. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and transfer these notes over to an invoice, and we'll be able to get underway for you.
Cool.
All right, that's a great choice.
All right.
Beautiful. So at that moment, think about how important that is. See, what just happened is we got to keep in mind that far more dangerous to our businesses than a customer who says no is the customer who says yes and then regrets it.
Right.
All right. And so, you know, every study under the sun tells us that once a customer enters into that field of buyer's remorse, they become very damaging to our company and our company's reputation. It can be really debilitating. Right. So, you know, when you take that moment, and I asked Julian, you know, what is it you like most about that option? And again, not why'd you pick that, or what did you pick that for? It's what did you like most? What is it that you like most about that option?
Very good.
It's going to lead Julian to the point where he's going to very carefully describe to you exactly, your customer will describe to you why they're buying it, and that's how we're creating a confident buyer.
There you go.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you.
So now, the next element, we're going to deal with the hard no. When you get that actual customer who just shuts it down. Now, these are very rare because usually they'll be masked somewhere in the world of the maybes and kind of leave you with a little glimmer of hope.
Right.
But sometimes you do get that customer that's willing to just shut her down. Just nope, right? Yeah. And so there's still a level of etiquette that needs to come with that, because that customer could still be a future customer, and frankly, they're a human being. They've just made a buying decision. Can't take it personally right now. That's all it's a matter of. So we'll go ahead and Julian, I'll let you read these over and let me know which one you want me to get started on today.
You know what? I'm not going to go with anything today.
Is that right?
Yeah, just not right now, no.
Okay. Now, Julian, up until this point, you know, it seemed that the call went fairly well. What could I have done differently to put us in a position to earn your business today?
You know, it is not you, Keith. It's just not good timing.
Okay. All right, I understand. Is there any particular action you'd like me to take, a follow-up phone call or a time frame to get back in touch with you?
No, I'll look you guys up if I need to.
Okay, well, I certainly hope you do. You know, once we have the chance to do some work with you, our customers become really sure of why they've made that decision. So I hope to have that
Okay.
opportunity in the future.
Okay, I appreciate that.
All right. Have a great day, Julian.
Thank you. You as well.
Okay. And so, I mean, it's going to be a little uncomfortable. There's no question about that.
Sure.
But I just got to remember, I'm not invested in this to take it personally. I mean, yes, I've put myself through this and I want to be, but this is still business, and there could be a myriad of reasons why that customer's made that choice.
Exactly.
We don't need to assume or try to make any assumptions about it. Just respectfully bow out and just make sure that there's nothing that you could have done that would have made you better.
That's important that you ask that, because you took personal accountability.
Yeah.
Was there anything else I could have done? And that's very nice, and that will actually soften the person a little bit, whether they express it or not. They see that you're taking accountability, you want to know, and then they can move on with their decision, whatever it is that's driving it.
Very nice. Yeah, good recap. Way to pick up on that. That's very precise language, too. Yeah, very nice. So, lastly, the world of the maybe. And this is where we deal a lot. And the thing about maybes is that, Julian, I watch all the time when we get the sort of, it's a customer request for more information.
Right.
But a lot of times I watch technicians just sort of fold up, pack their bags, and be gone, and because it sounds like an objection.
Right.
So this will fall under. I mean, I think I'm going to talk it over.
Mm-hmm.
I need to talk to my wife, or I just need to spend some time thinking about it, or
Mm-hmm.
anything along those lines that we're kind of used to hearing. Oftentimes, though, those are still sort of just requests for a little further information. If you handle those right, it's actually very easy to help work a customer through to the buying decision. So, as an example, Julian, I'm going to go ahead and hand these over, let you decide which one you want me to get started on today.
Okay, well, I'm just not sure that this is, you know what, let me do a little more research and then I'll get back with you.
Okay, that sounds really good. What specifically are you going to research?
You've talked to me about these fans and the different levels that they come on or whatever you were saying, and I just want to understand that better.
Very good. Well, I think it's really good that you brought that up. That's something that I can actually help you understand a little bit further, too, and we can sort of discuss that. We can even do some research together if you'd like, and kind of show you some reviews and so forth.
That's what's confusing me, because I don't know that I need that, so it's bogging me down a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
That's really good, and it's important to know that as far as needing any of this, it's only the bottom option is the most basic fix, and that would get you right back to where you were.
Okay.
Okay. So with that, which one are you kind of leaning towards?
Well, it's between 3 and 4. It's just the difference between the fans.
Okay, gotcha. Julian, and at this point, I'm going to just talk him through this option. You can see that he started to now reveal that there was just a little bit more confusion. I mean, I just saw this recently down in Houston. We were doing a ride along down there, and it was a big ticket item, $10,000, $15,000 options on the table. And that's exactly what he said. He said, I just need to think about it. And the technician did a brilliant job. He asked him, well, what will you think about? And as he worked through it, he revealed it. It was just like that. And eventually he went ahead and just picked right in the middle, option 3, $10,000, cashier's check, and was ready to go. It was amazing to watch.
Wow.
So, one of the things to realize is that most of the time, your customer is going to reveal to you when they come back with a little something outside of a yes, it can throw you off guard. It can make you think that they've objected, that they're not ready to do business with you. But that maybe is usually just a request for more information. Remember, a confused mind says no, right? And so sometimes that no is masked in the form of a maybe to let you down a little bit softer. But ultimately, if we can just work them through that confusion, find a little bit more understanding for our customer, it turns into a yes. The key is that our intent has to be right here. It's not, I got to get this sale. It's not feeling the pressure, or most importantly, you can't become defensive at this moment.
Right.
It's asking a question and actually listening to the answer. When you listen closely, listen with the intent to understand, the reply comes very naturally to you. So, with that, whether it be yes, no, or maybe, stay calm. Don't take it personally. Put yourself in a nice position where you can actually get to the necessary information and really listen.
Yes.
If you listen to your customer at this point, they'll reveal everything that you need to know. And with that, until next time, thanks for joining us on Wake Up Call.
Check, please.